ஹலோ. பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் உமா மகேஸ்வரி லைன்ல இருக்கீங்களா?
எஸ்.
நீங்க என்ன பேர்ல ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணீங்க? காயத்ரியா? ஹலோ, கேக்குதுங்களா?
எஸ் சார்.
என்ன பேர்ல ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க? காயத்ரி எஸ்ஸா?
எஸ் சார், காயத்ரி எஸ்.
ஓகே, அந்த பேர்ல மறுபடியும் லாகின் பண்ணுங்க. இந்த உமா மகேஸ்வரன் இருக்கு இல்லையா, இந்த அக்கவுண்ட் வேணாம்.
அது ஒரு
காயத்ரி என்ற
டிஃபரெண்ட்
பேர்ல லாகின்
இமெயில்
பண்ணுங்க.
ஐடில இருந்து வரும், பரவாயில்லையா?
நார்மலா கூகுள் இமெயில் ஐடி பரவாயில்ல, பட் நேம் மட்டும் மாத்தி கொடுங்க.
ஓகே சார், தேங்க்யூ.
சுரேஷ் வாசுதேவன் லைன்ல இருக்கீங்களா?
எஸ் சார்.
உங்க பேர் என்னமா?
சார் பிரார்த்தனா கல்யாணி சார்.
மறுபடியும் அந்த பேர்ல லாகின் பண்றீங்களா?
சார் அந்த பேர் அது இமெயில் ஐடி இப்ப மாத்த முடியலையா சார்? நான் பண்ணி
இமெயில் ஐடி
பார்த்தேன்.
அதுவே இருக்கலாம். நீங்க என்ட்ரி கொடுக்குறீங்கல்ல, உங்க நேம் கேக்குது இல்ல?
இல்ல சார், எனக்கு கேட்கல. ஒரு நிமிஷம் நான் ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டு வரேன் சார்.
ஓகே. ஈத் கமல் தொட்டி என் லைன்ல இருக்கீங்களா?
Sir, I am Azad.
Okay, can you log in with your original name?
Yeah. Sir, sorry to interrupt. Azad Hussain is my son. He is logging in from my mail ID eidkamal@gmail.com. I am his mother. And by the way, he can't speak Tamil. We are from Kerala. Can you speak in English as well?
Okay, madam, no problem. But
Thank you.
can you make a change of this name?
How to do? Just a moment.
Sir, I'm Prarthana Kalyani. I tried to change my name, sir, but I'm unable to change. Please, can you tell how to change, sir?
Okay, ma, that's okay. Leave it better.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, no problem.
Sir, I tried to join, but it's not. It's showing that someone denied my request to join.
Okay, madam, let it be. Yeah. கௌரவ் ஜி லைன்ல இருக்கீங்களா?
சார்
உங்க பேர் என்ன?
கௌரவ்ஜி சார்.
ஓகே, நீங்க ஃபைனல் லிஸ்ட்ல இல்லப்பா.
சார் ஐ காட் மெயில் சார்.
யார் பேர்ல ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க?
யார் பேர்ல ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க?
கௌரவ்ஜி சார்.
select all answer.
ஹலோ கௌரவ்,
எஸ் சார்.
கௌரவ் லைன்ல இருக்கீங்களா?
எஸ் சார்.
உங்க பேர் லிஸ்ட்ல இல்லப்பா.
ஓகே சார்.
நாங்க ரிமூவ் பண்ணிடுறோம்.
ஓகே சார்.
நீங்க ஜாயின் பண்ணாதீங்க, யூடியூப்ல பாருங்க, குவிஸ் நடக்கும்.
ஓகே சார்.
தேங்க்யூ.
ஆமா, நிஷா பிரசாந்த். அந்த இப்ப இந்த கிருஷ்ண பிரசாந்த் யாரு, நிஷா பிரசாந்த் யாரு?
சுரேஷ் தான் வந்து பிரார்த்தனை கல்யாணி.
ஆமா,
பேர்ல மாத்தினாதான் உங்களுக்கு
நிஷா பிரசாந்த் லைன்ல இருக்கீங்களா?
சார்
என்ன பேர்லப்பா பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணீங்க? நிஷா பிரசாந்த்.
சார்
Nisha.
Sir, actually, Nisha Prashant is my mother's name. I joined with my mother's name.
Okay, what is your name?
Nandana Prashant.
Ah, good. Prashant.
I don't know how to change the name.
You change your name to the phone.
Can you change your name?
And
Sir,
come
I
back.
tried it, but I can't do it.
Okay. Where are you joining from? கிருஷ்ண பிரசாத் லைன்ல இருக்கீங்களா?
இருக்கேன் சார்.
என்ன பேர்ல பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணீங்க?
கிருஷ்ண பிரசாத் தான் சார்.
உங்களுக்கு மெயில் வந்துச்சா?
வந்தது சார்.
ஸ்கூல் பேர். என்ன ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் படிக்கிறாங்க ஸ்கூல் பேர். Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is audible.
Yes, sir.
Balaji?
Yes, sir. It is audible.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. And I welcome all the participants for today's quiz program. We are glad to welcome you for today's quiz program. Today is one of the important day. That is the World Environment Day. We are happy to celebrate the World Environment Day along with the quiz program. This is being conducted by the Department of Science, Technology and Environment, Puducherry Pollution Control Committee and Envis Puducherry. And once again, I welcome you all for the program. Before starting the quiz, just I want to know the participants. So kindly all the participants, please you switch on your video and then you just tell your name which you have registered already, because in the Google Meet we could see some other name, maybe your father name or your mother name or brother name, so we are not able to recollect you very clearly. So kindly all the participants are requested to switch on the video and introduce yourselves so that we can let us know all of you. அதுல படிக்கணுமா இதுல படிக்கணுமா?
அதுல பார்த்து படிங்க. அது யாரும் நம்ம சொல்றோம்.
இங்க இருந்து பார்த்தா தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது.
Sir, can we call ourselves one by one, sir, alphabetically?
Yeah, sure.
Because everyone are trying to come
Okay. Then I will do one thing now. Balaji will take over and he will say one by one by name so that you can switch on your video and you can give your attendance so that it will be easy for us to proceed further without any difficulty. Okay, Balaji, proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Ashta Patnaik. Ashta Patnaik, you're online.
Ashta Patnaik. இல்ல இன்னும் வரல.
Is Ashta Patnaik on the line? No. Phone. Ayush Kumar Jha, are you online?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, can you please switch on your video?
Yes, sir. Am I visible, sir?
Yeah, you are.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Ayush Kumar Jha. I am a student of Standard 11 from DAV Public School.
Thank you. Next up, Abhinaya. Abhinaya V, are you online?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma, just introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is B. Abhinaya. I'm studying 12th standard, Don University High Secondary School from Virupuram. I'm logged with the email ID siddharthabhinaya13@gmail.com.
Thank you. Akshaya Santanam, are you online? Unmute yourself. Yeah, thank you. Introduce.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Marcia from 7th standard, St. Joseph of Cluny Higher Secondary School, Pondicherry.
Thank you. Brother Varshini,
Yes, sir. I'm in the online, sir.
please switch
My
on your
video
video
is-
and introduce yourself.
Video is not working, sir.
You're logged in from your mobile, right?
Yes, sir. But network problem, sir.
No, just 1 or 2 minutes you can switch it on. Even it is of low bandwidth, no problem.
So, okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Which standard are you studying?
I'm 12th standard, sir.
Okay. Just introduce it.
Sir, I'm Amadvishni from School in Puducherry, sir.
Thank you. Azad Hussain? Azad Hussain, are you online? Yeah, just
Yes.
introduce yourself. Thank you.
My name is Azad Hussain. I'm studying in 8th standard, Gemford World School.
Thank you. Darshini? Unmute yourself, ma. Darshini?
I am S. Darshini from Karaikal, studying at Survey Government Aided Higher Secondary School.
Yeah, thank you. Divya Shri?
Good afternoon, sir. I am Divin P, studying 10th rows, Kaveri Public School in Karaikal district.
Thank you. Gayatri? Gayatri, are you online? Yeah, please.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. I am Gayatri S of class 11 from Kendra Vidyalaya.
Thank you. Guru Vandan? Guru Vendan?
Good morning, sir. I am Guru Vedan, studying in Kendra Vidyalaya Jipma campus. I am 12th standard.
Jayapriya Prabhakaran?
Good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. I'm Jaipriya Prabhakaran, studying 10th standard in St. Joseph of Cluny Higher Secondary School, Pondicherry.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Nandana Prasad?
Hello, sir. I'm Nandana Prashant of class 12, studying at St. Anthony's Public School, Kerala.
Thank you. Pratna Kalyani?
Yes, sir. I'm Prarthana Kalyani of standard 11th standard from St. Joseph of Cluny, sir.
Thank you. Dulka PNK?
Yes, sir. Myself, K. Tulkapin, from class 12 in Amalorpam High Secondary School, Puducherry.
Thank you. Vijay Ganapati?
Sir, I am P. Vijay Ganapati of class 12 from Pettichanna High Secondary School, Puducherry.
Thank you. Ashta Patnaik, are you online? அவங்க வேற பேர்ல Padma Lakshmi?
Yes, sir.
What is her name?
Sir, my name is actually Vijay Lakshmi.
Vijay Lakshmi is not on the list, ma. Did you get a mail?
Yes, sir.
Selection maybe. You're not on the list, ma. You're not on the final list. You can watch the quiz over YouTube.
Sir, is Padma Lakshmi?
Sorry?
Is Bhadralakshmi name in the list?
No.
No, ma.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
ஒன்னும் கார்த்திகேயன் இவங்க எல்லாருமே பேர்ல வந்துட்டாங்க அவங்க பேர்ல
ஆஸ்தா பட்நாயக் அவங்க மட்டும் வரணும்.
ஆஸ்தா பட்நாயக் யாரும் போன் அடிச்சு வேற யாராவது இவங்க ரிப்பீட் 19 member are in final.
Ashta Patnaik, you are online.
Introduce.
Can you hear us? Ashta Patnaik, you are online. Unmute yourself and say some words. Ashta Patnaik, we don't hear from you. If you'd like to say something, you can type in the chat box. இதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணு பேசணும்.
Balaji?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hopes he left the meeting, I suppose.
Us.
Okay, no problem. She'll join.
He is online, sir. But he is not speaking.
Okay, no problem. You just ensure that only the selected 15 persons are in the list. Apart
Yes.
from 15, anyone else is there, you kindly remove them from the meeting so that we can start the quiz program immediately. Okay.
Yeah, fine, sir. As of now, the list is clear, sir. We have only the entries inside.
Okay.
Selected entries.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, I am glad to welcome you for today's quiz program. We have conducted our preliminary round in the morning by 11 o'clock. More than 200 participants were there in the preliminary round. From the preliminary round, we could select 15 participants for the main quiz program. Just I'll read out the list once again for your convenience. You can cross-check it once again. Azad Uzain, R. Amridavarshini, S. Prarthana Kalyani, Akshaya Sandanam, Abhinaya, Vijaya Kanapati, Tolkapian, Nandana Prasant, Darshini, Jayapriya Prabhagaran, Gayatri, Divyashri, Asta Patnaik, Ayush Kumar Jha, and Guru Vedan G. These are the selected participants for the final quiz program. So it's time to have our quiz now. If anyone else apart from the 15 names that I just read out, you kindly please move away from the Google Meet. You can watch the quiz program from the YouTube link which has already been shared with you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone, once again. Hope all the participants are able to see the screen very clearly.
Yes, sir.
Today we are celebrating our World Environment Day 2021. The theme for today's specialist ecosystem restoration. Keeping the theme in view, we are having the quiz program today. The main instructions for today's quiz program. This quiz is purely on virtual mode and only the participants are allowed in the online link. Others can watch through the YouTube link, which has already been shared with you. And no one is allowed to speak during the webinar, during the meet, except the quiz master. So kindly, if you keep your audio on, kindly keep it in a mute. And the answer has to be typed in the chat box. Once again, I am repeating, when the question is flashed on the screen, the answer has to be typed in the chat box. So make yourself comfortable that the chat box is opening for you, so that there should not be any inconvenience for you in a later stage. No, I couldn't see that.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I could not see the chat box, sir.
You just do one thing, you just pin the name Dinesh Kannan. Dinesh Kannan. You just pin the name in the Google Meet so that you can see the screen without any difficulty.
Okay,
And
sir,
our people are helping you out in the chat box so that it will be easy for you. Okay, right. So once again, I'm repeating, the answer has to be typed in the chat box. So you just make yourself comfortable whether the chat box is opening for you. There should not be any inconvenience in the later stage. Okay. Now, coming to the marks, as everyone is typing on the chat box, the first person with the correct answer will be given 10 points. The first person who has given the correct answer in the chat box will be given 10 points. Whereas the second person with the correct answer will get 5 points. Second person will get 5 points, whereas the third person with the correct answer will be provided with 3 points. Okay, first person 10 points, second person 5 points, third person 3 points. Whereas the other persons whomsoever is giving the correct answer will be provided with 1 point. Other persons, apart from third also, someone who will be giving the correct answers will be provided with 1 point. But there is a small itch over there. After 20 seconds, in the chat box, there will be a message, time up, will be given by the department. As soon as the time up message has been given, afterwards, whatever answer you are giving, that will not be entertained and that will not be calculated for your marks. So I am repeating it again. The first person with the correct answer will get 10 points. The second person with the correct answer will be provided with 5 points. Third person with the correct answer will be provided with 3 points. Other persons with the correct answer will be provided with 1 point. But after 20 seconds, a time up message will appear in the chat box. Any answer given afterwards cannot be entertained or accepted. So a total of 6 rounds are there in this quiz. Every round will be having 5 questions. Hope all the participants are clear with the instructions.
Excuse me, sir. Where's the chat box, sir?
You are connected with your mobile or laptop, ma?
Mobile, sir.
Okay, mobile. 1 minute, stay online.
Okay, sir.
Chat எங்க இருக்கு?
Hope others are clear with the instructions. If so, you can give the message as yes or okay in the chat box so that we can able to see whether you are responding it in the chat box properly or not. So all the contestants and participants can kindly say a word okay or yes so that we can understand that you are able to use the chat box effectively.
Okay, if you are connected using your mobile,
Yes, sir.
at the bottom of the screen you will be seeing 3 dots.
Yes, sir.
Click that, and there will be a
Yes, sir.
pop-up opening. There you will get to see in-call messages, the first option.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
இதுக்கப்புறம் deny entry
Yeah, whatever you type there, we will receive it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, as everyone is clear with the instructions, now we will proceed to the quiz program. As I told you earlier, today we have 6 rounds, and every round consists of 5 questions, and few questions will be in the objective. For few questions you have to type the answer in the chat box. As per the round, you have to respond accordingly. The questions will be flashed on the screen. As soon as the question is flashed, immediately you have to type your reply in the chat box. The person who is giving the right answer, first person who is giving the right answer will be given 10 points, whereas the second 5 points, third 3 points, and the other correct answers will be for 1 point. Okay, shall we proceed further? Okay, good. This is the first round. The first round is a general round. These are the questions in general. 5 questions will be there. This is the objective question. A, B, C, and D. 4 options will be given for every question, and you have to select your reply as A. You have to type in the chat box as A, B, C, or D as per the correctness of the answers. Okay, we will proceed further. The first question: the national aquatic animal of India. Gangetic shark, gharial, freshwater otter, Gangetic river dolphin. A, B, C, D. You can type your answer in the chat box. Okay, time is up. The correct answer is the Gangetic river dolphin. This is the freshwater dolphin, which is essentially blind in character. So it takes its prey through ultrasonic waves only. It detects its prey through ultrasonic waves only. And every year, October 5th, we are celebrating as Gangetic River Dolphin Day. And one more thing, I can add it up that we are having a special sanctuary for Gangetic River Dolphin that is there in the state of Bihar. Thank you. So the correct answer is D. National Aquatic Animal of India is Gangetic River Dolphin. Now we are moving to the second question. So keep yourself ready. The question number 2 is: the Nobel Peace Prize for 2020 was awarded to World Food Program, Greta Thunberg, Abiy Ahmed, Denis Mukwege. Okay, time is up. The correct answer is the World Food Program. This is one of the food assistance branch of United Nations. You can say that it is the world's largest humanitarian organization. The main focus is on hunger and food security. They have the target that in the year 2030, the world should be hunger free. That is their target. And they have the headquarters in Rome. So the World Food Program was given with the Nobel Peace Prize for its efforts to combat hunger, for its contribution to bettering conditions for peace in conflict affected areas, and for acting as a driving force in efforts to prevent the use of hunger as a weapon of war and conflict. So the correct answer is the World Food Program. So now we are moving to the third question in the first round. The question is the smallest state in population in India: Goa, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Tripura. You can keep on typing in the chat box. The smallest state in population. Your time is up. The correct answer is Sikkim. As per 2011 census, 6.07 lakh population is there in Sikkim. Whereas the Goa is the smallest state in area wise. Arunachal Pradesh is having the lowest population density, that is 17 persons per square kilometer. So the correct answer for the question of the smallest state with population in India is Sikkim. Thank you. Let us move to the next question. Okay. Okay, this is the answer for the third question. Sikkim is the correct answer because this is the smallest state in population, whereas area is the smallest state is Goa, whereas the population density wise, Arunachal Pradesh is having only 17 persons per square kilometer, whereas the population in Arunachal Pradesh is around 12 lakh population, whereas in Goa the population is around 18 lakh population. Sikkim, as per 2011 census, the population is only 6.07 lakh population. Okay. Balaji, shall we go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The fourth question. The largest mangrove forest in the world: Amazon forest, Savannah forest, Malaysian forest, Sundarban forest. Okay, time is up. Mangroves are the special type of the forest which are normally found in the coastal intertidal zone. The trees and shrubs which are present in the mangroves are specially adapted for the purpose of salinity, to match with the salinity. And from the picture itself, you can very clearly see that this is the Royal Bengal tiger which is sitting in the mangrove area. So that the largest mangrove in the world, you can very well recognize and identify, and you can say it very clearly that it is the Sundarban forest. So the largest mangrove forest in the world is Sundarban forest. Okay. Shall we move to the next question? Balaji?
Few more seconds, sir, please.
Okay.
Yes, sir. May proceed.
Okay.
Thank you.
The question, fifth question in the first round. The only bird sanctuary in Puducherry is Vedandangal, Osudu Lake Sanctuary, Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary. Yeah, time is up. The correct answer for the question is Osudu Lake Sanctuary. The Vedandangal Bird Sanctuary is in Tamil Nadu. Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary is in Rajasthan. Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary is in Goa. So the Osudu Lake Bird Sanctuary, that is the only sanctuary in Puducherry. And I can say that it is the freshwater lake sanctuary. And one more thing is this freshwater lake is being shared by Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. And this Osudu Lake is also declared as one of the important wetlands by the UNESCO recently. So the correct answer for the question is the only bird sanctuary in Puducherry is Osudu Lake Sanctuary. So we come to the end of the round number 1. So all the 5 questions are over. So I'm glad to see that all the participants are participating so eagerly, and I could find so many correct answers continuously. Balaji, shall we go to the second round?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, right. Now we will be moving to the second round. Second round. This is also a kind of objective only. A, B, C, D. You have to select the correct option and you have to type in the chat box. This is the title has been given as ecology and environment. The first question is the largest wetland Ramsar site in India. Vembanad Lake, Sambar Lake, Nal Sarovar Lake, Point Calumet. Okay, time is up for you. This is the photograph of the lake. If you can identify it, is fine. Otherwise, I'll tell you very clearly. It is the Vembanad Lake. Vembanad Lake, it is situated in Kerala. This is one of the longest lake in our country, and it is the largest lake in Kerala. And there is a bit of confusion that whether this is the largest wetland or Sundarban. The issue with Sundarban is it is being spread with the other country, that is in Bangladesh also. That's why Vembanad Lake is being considered as the largest wetland Ramsar site in India. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Second question in the second round. This layer of atmosphere is also known as oceanosphere, troposphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, exosphere. Okay, but time is up. This is a picture of the atmospheric layers. There are 5 different layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. And from the picture itself, you can very clearly see that ozone layer is in the stratosphere. So stratosphere is otherwise known as oceanosphere. So the correct answer for the question is stratosphere. C is the correct answer for the question number 2. Balaji, shall we proceed further?
Few more seconds, sir, please.
Okay, it's fine. And from the picture, you can see where the other satellites are being there, and also where the flights and clouds are seen, which are commonly seen in the troposphere area only, and also the comets which are coming to the Earth, which are normally seen in the mesosphere. The distance for each zone is very clearly mentioned in the picture. Troposphere 20 kilometers, stratosphere will be up to 50 kilometers, mesosphere up to 85 kilometers, thermosphere 600 kilometers, and exosphere up to 10,000 kilometers. So this is a picture which depicts very clearly about the zones of the atmosphere to understand very clearly.
We may proceed, sir.
Yeah, now we are moving to the third question. The name for artificial modification of Earth's climate system through solar radiation management and carbon dioxide removal is known as mitigation, synchronization, adaptation, geoengineering. You can type your reply in the chat box. You can read the question once again clearly so that you can give the correct answer. Okay, time is up. This picture shows about the radiation management and also carbon dioxide removal. So it is geoengineering, which is the correct answer for the question. The name for artificial modification of Earth's climate system through solar radiation management and carbon dioxide removal, CDR and SRM, is geoengineering. We will move to the next question. Question number 4. The release of water vapor from the plants. Respiration, condensation, precipitation, transpiration. Okay, time is up. This is one of the simplest question I can say. The reason is nowadays the quiz is being conducted through virtual mode. So many of the students are comfortable to copy paste in the Google and get the answer. To know your capability, only the simplest question has been kept over here. The release of water vapor from the plants is known as transpiration. So I don't think I have to explain much into this because it's a small cool question, I can say. The correct answer is transpiration. Balaji, shall we proceed further?
Few seconds.
Okay. Every year, June 5th, we are celebrating our World Environment Day. And this is a part of awareness creation for all of you to conserve the environment. Conservation can be done at any point of time, at any measures. So from the school students' point of view, you can put simple efforts also for conservation of environment.
We may proceed, sir.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you. Now we will move to the 5th question of second round. The continent without desert: South America, North America, Europe, Australia. The continent without desert: South America, North America, Europe, Australia. Your time is up. You can see the world map where the deserts are being distributed. From the map itself, we can clearly say that there is no desert in the continent Europe. Even in North America, South America, Africa, Asia, and Australia, deserts are there, but only in Europe there is no desert. So the correct answer for this question is the continent without a desert is Europe. C is the correct answer. Now we have come to the end of this round second. Round 2 is over. Now we will be heading to the round 3. Before moving to round 3, I want to give one small information. As the quiz is being conducted virtually, it becomes difficult for us to say the topper immediately, as it is being noted down separately, and it will take some time. So the results for the quiz will be declared later on only. So keeping that in view, I think that we can move to the third round. Balaji, are you ready?
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay. This is the round 3. This is quite interesting round for you all. It is to identify the personalities. The photos will be flashed on the screen. As soon as you see the personality, you have to type the name of the personality in the chat box. Now you have to type. It is not typing ABCD. Now you have to type the name of the personality which you are going to see in the screen. Clear? Hope everyone is ready. So keep your eyes on the screen. This is the first personality. Your time starts. You can keep on typing. Okay, time is up. is the Sundarlal Bahuguna. He is one of the Indian famous environmentalist, and he is also the Chipko movement leader. The purpose of the Chipko movement is to conserve the forest, and also he coined the terminology. You can say that the ecology is the permanent economy. The ecology is the permanent economy. That is one of the slogan he coined that we can say. He's basically from Uttarakhand. He's from Terry area only, and he was also actively involved in anti-Terry dam protest projects also. And we lost this environmentalist on 21st May 2021. That is a few weeks back, because he suffered from COVID-19. He died at the age of 94. He is one of the well-known Indian environmentalists. Okay, shall we move to the second question? That is also
Yes, sir.
one of the personality. You can see on the screen. Keep your eyes on the screen. You can keep on typing on the chat box. Okay, time is up. Is Greta Thunberg. She is one of the Swedish environmental activists. She is known for challenging the world leaders for climate change mitigations. At the age of 16, she attended one seminar and she challenged the world leaders also. And one more important thing is, she was nominated at the young age for Nobel Peace Prize in the year 2020. The last year Nobel Peace Prize, her name was nominated. And one more request to all the participants: whenever you are typing, you have to type the full name. I could see only half the names have been typed, so your marks will be reduced accordingly. Okay, so keep that in your mind. We have to give the full name as much as you can, otherwise you will lose the marks unnecessarily. Okay, now we will move to the third question. Balaji, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the third picture which is on the screen, so you keep on typing on the chat box. Huh? Okay, time is up. Actually, this question, if I am not wrong, this is the first question in the preliminary round. Just to enrich your knowledge, I added this picture for you in the main quiz also. She is Wangari Maathai. She is an environmentalist and the first African women Nobel laureate for peace. She was given Nobel Peace Prize in the year 2014. And she is the founder of the Green Belt movement. She included the local people in encouraging planting new trees, and she advised and advocated for use of other sources for cooking and other purposes. That's why she became very famous. She was from Kenya. So we will move to the fourth question. Balaji, ready?
Yes, sir.
The fourth picture is on the screen, so you can keep typing. Okay, your time is up. Alumarada Timmakka. She is also one of the environmentalists. She is from Karnataka. She has planted 385 banyan trees in the 4-kilometer stretch in the highway. Banyan tree is one of the largest tree in the world, we can say, because it covers huge area if it becomes very big, and also it will live for a long. And the banyan tree is the home for many birds and animals. So this is being called as one of the keystone species in the forest. So she put special effort in planting banyan trees, and apart from banyan trees, she planted 8,000 other trees also, and she was awarded with Padma Shri in the year 2019. She is one of the famous Karnataka environmentalist, I can say. Shall we proceed to the last question of the round 3? Balaji?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a picture on the screen. You can keep on typing. Okay, time is up. Is Jadhav Payang. He is also one of the environmentalists from Assam. He is better known as the forest man of India. He created a forest in the Brahmaputra river bed. We can say that it is a mini forest created by him. That forest is named as Molai Forest. The forest, as of now, it is the habitat for elephants and rhinoceros also. These are the big animals which are visiting this forest. This forest is a bit close to the Kaziranga National Park. So the tigers, elephants and rhinos are visiting from Kaziranga National Park to this forest also. The forest is created by him personally. That's known as Molai Forest. He is the forest man of India from Assam, Jadhav Payang. Thank you. Now we have come to the end of the round 3. Now we are moving to the round 4. Balaji?
Yes, sir. We may.
Okay, right. This is the round 4. Again, this is a kind of objective A, B, C, D. So keep yourself ready to type in the chat box. The first question: which pollutant is not a part of the vehicular emission? Lead, carbon monoxide, ammonia, particulate matter. Okay, time is up. The correct answer is ammonia. Ammonia is a pollutant which is not a part of the vehicular emission. Ammonia may be there, but the quantity is very, very meager. So it is not being considered as a pollutant from the vehicular emission. Okay, we will move to the second question. Which of the following is not the intervention areas of Jal Shakti Abhiyan? Afforestation, watershed management, water conservation and rainwater harvesting, desalination plants. Which of the following is not the intervention areas of Jal Shakti Abhiyan? Afforestation, watershed management, water conservation and rainwater harvesting, desalination plants. Time is up, and I can say that Jal Shakti Abhiyan, there are many intervention areas. 5 different intervention areas are there. There are afforestation is one part, watershed development is another part, water conservation and rainwater harvesting is a part, but desalination plant is not a part of the intervention areas. Okay, we are proceeding to the third question in the
Sir,
fourth
few
round.
seconds, sir.
Yeah, sure. Jal Shakti Abhiyan has been functioning from our country since 2019, and efforts are being given mainly for improving the water table, and totally in our country it has been conducted in 2 different phases, where based on the rainfall, the states which receive rainfall bit early will be considered in the first phase, whereas the rainfall from the southwest monsoon will be considered in the second phase. Accordingly, the intervention is being done, and it is I can say that it is a coordination of different departments, not only a single department. Different departments join together to increase the water table and to give efforts for getting the better water for everyone. Balaji?
Yes, sir. You may proceed.
Okay. It's a third question. The non-renewable energy source is solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, nuclear energy. Yeah, time is up. This is also one of the easiest question I can say. There are few renewable energy and only one non-renewable energy in the list is the nuclear energy. And we have to advocate and we have to try to use the renewable energy as much as we can so that the conservatory effort will be in line. Conservation is mainly to preserve the item for the next generation also. If we start utilizing the non-renewable energy source, then there won't be any possibility for our next generation to utilize the non-renewable energy source. So we have to keep everything in a sustainable way. That's why we will try to use the renewable energy source and we have to minimize the use of non-renewable energy source. So we will move to the next question.
Yes, sir.
That is the fourth question in the fourth round. This state is the largest producer of wind energy in India. Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. Yeah, time is up. The correct answer is Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, you can see mainly in Kanyakumari district, you can see the many windmills which are producing wind energy. So Tamil Nadu is one of the largest producer of wind energy in India. Okay, we will move to the next question. Question number 5 in fourth round. Biomedical management rules came into force in India on 2016, 17, 18, 2019. I could see many comments in the YouTube also. Students are actively participating in YouTube and you are keeping your answers in the comment box. And a few of you are raising the questions like what will be given for you for the correct answers in the YouTube. So I can say that we will scrutinize and some special prizes will be given to you separately to you. Special certificates or special appreciation will be given to you. And we are happy that all of you are participating eagerly in this program in the YouTube also. Thank you very much. The time is up for this question and the correct answer is 2016 is the correct answer. Biomedical management rules came into force in India on 2016. So now we have come to the end of section 4. We are moving to round 5. Shall we proceed further, Balaji?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Round 5. This is biodiversity and environment. It is again objective type only. A, B, C, D. You have to select the correct option. The first question, the fifth round, that is the biodiversity and environment, is the lion-tailed macaque is found in Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats, Northern Himalayas, Andaman Islands. Your time starts now. Yeah, time is up. This is the lion-tailed macaque. This is normally found in the Western Ghats. That too in the southern Western Ghats you can see more. In Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka partly you can see the lion-tailed macaque. Even the Mundandurai Wildlife Sanctuary is specially for conserving lion-tailed macaque. This is listed in the red list also, the number is very less as on date. So conservatory efforts are there, and in situ conservation is also being done by Tamil Nadu Forest Department. So the correct answer for this question is lion-tailed macaque is found in Western Ghats. B is the correct answer. Okay, now we will move to the next question. Second question.
Yes.
Okay, right. Second question. Convention on Biodiversity was signed in Rio Earth Summit, Kyoto Protocol, Stockholm Convention, Bonn Convention. You can type your answer. Yeah, time is up. Convention on Biodiversity was signed in Rio Summit in the year 1992. The Rio Earth Summit was held in Rio de Janeiro in the year 1992. During that period only, it was signed. The Convention on Biodiversity, it has three major objectives. It is mainly for conserving the biological diversity and also for the sustainable use of components of biological diversity, and also to fair and equitable sharing of the benefits arising out of the utilization of the genetic resources. These are the three main objectives of Convention on Biodiversity, which was signed in Rio Earth Summit. Shall we move to the next question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The question number 3. You are seeing a bird in the picture. What is this bird? Pied kingfisher, collared kingfisher, common kingfisher, stock-billed kingfisher. Okay, time is up. The correct answer is the collared kingfisher. Now I could see the variety of answers from the chat box. I could find something different. Okay, it's fine. This is the collared kingfisher. In India, we are having more than 9 different types of kingfisher. Okay, we'll move to the next question. This is the 4th question. The country with more forest cover. I can say that the country with the maximum forest cover. Brazil, United States of America, Russian Federation, India. Yeah, time is up. You can see the distribution. The top 10 countries with the largest forest cover as on 2020. Russian Federation comes first, Brazil comes next, Canada comes third, United States of America fourth, China, Australia, Congo, Indonesia, Peru, and India sharing its share with Peru. 72 million hectares as per 2020. Okay, so the correct answer is Russian Federation. C is the correct answer. Okay, shall we move to the next question? Balaji, ready?
Yes, sir.
This is the 5th question. Name the animal in the picture. Spider crab, land crab, hermit crab, fiddler crab. Yeah, time is up. Here also I could get different answers. So the correct answer is the fiddler crab. D is the correct answer. Now we have come to the end of the round 5. Now we have only one round with the 6th round. I want to make it so simple and so interesting. So this is not much to put your brain for this round. Just you can see the picture and you can write. It is. I can say that it is the picture of some structures in our country. You can see. You can write the name of the picture and also where it is found or where it is seen. This is the 6th round. So you have to give 2 answers for every question. the name of the structure and where it is found, the location as well as the name of the structure, you can say. It is so simple and it is one of the simplest round, I can say. Shall we proceed, Balaji?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the first question in the round 6 is identification with location. This is the picture. Name of the structure as well as the location where it is found. Name as well as the location. Okay, time is up. The correct answer, you can say, it is Golden Temple from Amritsar. Okay, we will move to the second question. This is the picture shown to you. Identify the structure and the location. The time is up for the second question also. The answer is Cellular Jail, Port Pier, Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
Few more seconds, sir, please.
Okay. This is one of the famous jail during the British period, where many prisoners have been kept over there. As on date, this is one of the important tourism destination in Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, we will move to the third question. Keep your eyes on the screen so that you can find it out very clearly. Third question on screen. Yeah, time is up. And many have given the correct answer, even in the YouTube also. The correct answer is the Sun Temple, Konark, Odisha.
Sir, few seconds, sir, please.
Yeah, sure. This is a picture of Sun Temple. You can see once again in the screen. This in Odisha, Konark. In the seashore, it's been built. It has its own architecture.
We may proceed,
Okay.
sir.
Now the fourth picture is on the screen. You can see. It's on. Okay, it's up. So people from Puducherry can recognize it very clearly. It is one of the archaeological site in Puducherry. Arikamedu archaeological site from Puducherry is the answer for the question.
We are ready, sir.
Okay, right. Now it is the last question. I can say that for the 6th round as well as for the quiz program, it's the last question. So, be ready. Maybe one of the simplest question I can say. Okay, time is up. No need to say much about this one. Every one of you might be knowing it. This is a Statue of Unity which was recently inaugurated in Sardar Sarovar Dam in Gujarat. This is one of the tallest statue in the world, we can say. Thus, we have come to the end of our quiz program. I have many other questions for tiebreaker also that is not required as of now. As a quiz we have conducted in this was conducted through virtual mode, so we can add it up and we will come to a conclusion. So it will take some time for us to calculate the marks individually. Already we have the recording of this Google Meet with us, so we will scrutinize it once again to exactly find the top 3% for the top 3% who have come in the quiz competition, and the results will be communicated to you separately through email. So you will come to know who is the topper and second topper and the third one. And I take this opportunity to thank all the participants who have come up in the main quiz program. All the 15 participants, I extend my sincere thanks to you. And also my thanks are especially to the participants who are in the YouTube actively participating. As soon as the question is flashed and I could see many of the students are replying in the YouTube. Thank you very much for your support and for your participation in the quiz program. And also I take this opportunity to thank all my department staff, even though during this COVID time, everyone is sitting in different places and we could coordinate the quiz program in a nice manner. I thank all my department staff for extending their support and help during this COVID time also. Once again, I thank every one of you. Before closing it, I want to say a few words about the World Environment Day. As everyone knows, the students are the pillars of the future nation. So the efforts, small and simple effort put by you will make a huge difference in the future. For the conservation point of view, I can request you to take a small steps like not using the plastics. Wherever you are moving out, try to take a bag. Whenever you are going to market, when your parents are asking you to get something from the market, instead of asking for a plastic bag, you can take a cloth bag in your hand so that you can reduce the plastic pollution in our country and in the world also. And also you will try to switch off the lights whenever you are moving out of the room so that you can conserve the electricity to a certain extent. And also you try to close the water taps whenever you are coming out of the bathroom or whenever you are using the wash basin. Try to close the water taps so that you can conserve the water also to a certain extent. And also try to avoid throwing any plastics, throwing any materials just like that on the road. I can simply say that the chocolate cover as well as the lace chips, whatever we are eating, just like that we are throwing the covers out, just like that. It's not a good and healthy practice, and we will try to avoid it. We will try to keep it in the concerned dustbin so that we can put our effort. A small step is required from all of us. If we take some oath on this World Environment Day to make our environment healthy and wealthy, that is in our hands only. And with this remark, I thank every one of you from the department side. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you, sir.